Hello and welcome to Junior Football Kicktalk. Today we have Scottish Cup action and also a match report from the McBookie.com Super First Division. But without much further ado, it's on to the results. McBookie.com Super Premier Division. Atherley 0, Pollok 1. Govan 0, Clydebank 3. Clonafton 1, Kilwinning 1. Kilbirnie 1, Cumnock 1. Super First Division. Cambuslang 5, Maryhill 1. Cumbernauld 3, Kello 0. Davos 1, Rutherglen 2. Kilsyth 3, Renfrew 2. Petershill 1, Larkhall 0. Shetson 0, Oviedo 3. Troon 0, Largs 2. McBookie.com Ayrshire District League. Anbag 1, Ardea 4. Ovenvix 2, Dalry 1. Luga 5, Winton 3. Muirkirk 2, Saltcoats 0. Central District First, Blantyre 2, St Rochs 2, East Kilbride 2, Lesmahago 0, Port Glasgow 0, Forth Wanderers 0, Rossvale 1, Benbub 1, Short Bunnacord 2, Neilston 3, and Thornywood 2, Greenock Juniors 3. Central District Second, Ashfield 0, Lanark 0, Bellshill 2, Dunnypace 0, Gartcairn 9, Newmains United 0, Johnsborough 2, Vale of Leven 2, Royal Albert 3, St Anthony's 0, and Vale of Clyde 0, Carluke 1. And the Scottish Junior Cup, 5th round, Yoker 1, Wishaw 3. Quarter-finals, Bo'ness 2, Halford 2, Beith 1, Lochee 4, Carnoustie 0, Auchinleck 2. And I was at Portland Park for the McBookie.com Super West First Division clash, and the result was Troon 0, Largs Thistle 2. It was 4th versus 5th in the race for promotion, and Largs secured a convincing win at a bitterly cold stadium. 2 first half goals put Largs into ascendancy, and it was Thistle who really impressed from the off. The game started at frenetic pace, Alec McWaters and Kevin Strillers going close in the early minutes. Troon defender Dean Keenan put his own keeper under a fair bit of pressure with a long-range pass back, but Alan McInnes dealt well with the situation. The home side had a good opening, with Danny Mackay's dangerous running cross from the right, flashing across the face of the Largs goal, but no takers. However, it was Largs who took the lead in 15 minutes. A good ball through, and big John Carter was on the end of it. He was in an aerial duel with the keeper, won the ball and tapped into an empty net. The second goal for Largs followed in 22 minutes. A great run by former Morton man Alex McWaters down the left wing, and he finished off in style. Thistle keeper Blair Cowser made some comfortable saves from Ross Barber and Dylan Puller, while at the other end the industrious Ryan McKee had a good effort and goal which was blocked. At the start of the second half, Carter had another good chance, and his effort was straight at the keeper McInnes. With McWaters and Carter's pace down both channels, it was causing Troon all sorts of problems. Largs coming close again with Graham Muir, and Nicky Jimerson's free header from a corner launched over the bar in 63 minutes. Now, Troon were trying to find a way back in the late stages of this contest, and they came close with Andrew Strachan's header from 8 yards out come thumping off the Largs crossbar. And with time running out, even Malley killed an effort around Thistle's left post. And Troon's McCready, he lost the plot late on after a challenge from Thistle forward Kevin Strillers, leading to the Troon player lashing out and having to be strained by his own players as he saw a straight red card. So an unsavoury end for Troon, but for Largs it was a thoroughly accomplished performance. And after the match, I spoke to Largs Thistle assistant manager Martin Crawford.
Oh, yeah, absolutely delighted. It's something we planned for this game. We knew we had to start the winning streak off again, and we made careful plans of how we were going to go about it today. And thankfully, in the first half, all the boys worked really hard, kept their shape and discipline, and we got the rewards. 2 good goals a game. We seem to be able to score good goals, but we tend to kind of give away easy goals. So we stopped that rut now. So hopefully this is how we're going to perform for the rest of the season.
This is a tough place to come at the best of times.
Makes it even sweeter. So we knew that was going to be a tough game because they seem to be able to get plenty of goals, but we shut them out and we punished them ourselves. So,
Yeah.
you know, we're really pleased. The boys are up, and that's great going into next week now.
And in terms of the likes of the match started at 100 miles an hour, didn't it?
Yeah.
And then,
That's. I mean, we train hard. We train at high tempo. We always do, because a lot of teams can't cope with it. And so, yeah, high tempo is something that we endeavour to start every game like that.
so 2-0 up early doors, you know, and it's saying a battle of concentration and to get a shutout as well.
Yeah, exactly. And again, you know, we focus the boys during the training sessions to keep their discipline, and so we can play like that. Start off high tempo, but still keep solid and still be hard to beat. And once you get your noses in front, then obviously it's a big task for other teams.
And no Scott Adam today, but John Carter stepped up to the mat, and that's 2 goals in 2 games for him.
Yeah, John could have had a goal every game he's played, but obviously he's coming in, was a bit rusty, wasn't quite fit, and he's worked hard in training. Listen, nobody likes playing against pace, and the boys gifted with pace, so I'm sure that was a bit of a nightmare for them today. And he gets in areas and he's not frightened. You know, he'll get in and have his say, but he knows where the goal is too. So thankfully, you know, that's paid off for us.
And Scott Adam today, where was he? He was injured.
Scott's injured. Yeah, he's had a problem with his knee. It was in one of the games. The ball took him at the wrong angle.
Just as we're talking to Martin, we've got the Stuart arrives as well.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, blocking into Mike. So, there you go. Sorry about that. We're just talking about Scott Adam today.
Said he's injured.
He's injured. Hopefully it settles down this week, and we can get him back involved next week. But Valentino will look at him again on Monday and just kind of assess it. So,
what was your views on the win?
Delighted. Thought we started the game really well. We got ahead. We scored the goals at the right times this week. Obviously, last week we put in maybe a similar performance with high energy and pressing and we had good opportunities, but we didn't take them. But this week we did. And then that makes the second half easier for us, because then we can then it's maybe a horrible second half, but I thought we defended great. So we did. Craig, Nicky, Marty, Liam and Fish when he come on, I thought done really well defensively, because we'd already put in the hard work to get ahead in the game. So sometimes that's what you've got to do.
Sure. And so it's all heading towards Kilsyth next week now, isn't it? So that's the next big one for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, we'll take this going into the next game against Kilsyth. And I said that's something we always train for. We train to play this way. But you know, it's human beings we're dealing with. They're not machines. You know, when they do get their discipline right, this is how it is. We're very, very hard to beat, but we're very potent too. You know, we can get goals. Most of our goals we've scored this season have been good quality goals. And a lot of our goals that we've given away, as I said before, we have given them away. But when we shut the door, we become very difficult to beat and very dangerous.
Having that speed element was good with having both John and Alex McWaters really pacing, and Ryan McKee was really kind of making things happen for you as well.
We sort of shied away from that to start, not in a blatant way, but it was Arnie's idea. So look, let's get all the pace on the pitch and do it. So that was a great masterstroke from Arnie.
Sure. And let's say, just looking towards next week now, Kilsyth at home, you'll be looking for the 3 points there, but Kilsyth have always been an awkward team in the past for Lance.
Yep, it was a tricky game there the last time, although I think we go ahead twice.
Yep.
And it's probably a game that we feel we should have won. But we know that they've got a couple of dangerous players. The boy Davidson scored against us the last time for a corner, and he's a handful. So that's something we need to look at. But listen, we're at home, we've got a good win today, so we need to be confident going into that.
Well done today, gents. Enjoy your night. Thank you. Fabulous.
Welcome to Bellsdale Park, where the final score in the Scottish Junior Cup quarter-final tie was Beith 1, Lochee United 4. You could say this was a tale of two corners, with McGlinchey of Beith scoring a penalty, having one saved in a very frustrating afternoon, but Connor Burse of the visitors seizing the limelight with a glorious hat-trick, which saw Beith bundled unexpectedly perhaps out of the Scottish Junior Cup they won so well 2 years ago. A good start from Lochee. Saw a couple of chances with a cross into the box from Conor McConskey in the opening minute, constantly clutched by Stephen Grindley in a home goal, and a minute later the home defence easily dealt with a cross into the box from Scott Webster. Beith were awarded a penalty kick in 6 minutes and a cross into the box by Ryan Docherty was handled inside the area by a defender, and McGlinchey netted from the spot, and at the other end 2 minutes later a shot from inside the box by Rhys Mitchell was booted off the line by a home defender. Beith had a great chance in 10 minutes when Paul Fries went on a darting 30-yard run before shooting just over the bar from 10 yards. However, Lochee levelled with a fine strike in 14 minutes as the unmarked Conor Burst shot home from 12 yards. United came close yet again in 16 minutes when Webster shot narrowly wide from 18 yards. At the other end, a minute later, a header from Ross McPherson was finger-tipped over the bar by Mark Fotheringham. Then 20 minutes, a visiting goalie came out to save it at the same player's feet. 28 minutes, a McConaughey free kick was blocked by the Beith wall, and a minute later another set piece from Stephen McNally was saved well by Grindley. Beith came close in 36 minutes when Keir Milliken shot across the face of goal, and McPherson then followed up by shooting wide from 6 yards. An effort from the edge of box by Fries was well saved by Fotheringham. As the half wound down, the home side spurned a good opening in 50 minutes when Ryan Doherty shot just over the bar from 20 yards. Lochee blasted into the lead in 53 minutes when Greg Lawson went in a surging run, beat two opponents, shooting low into the bottom corner from 12 yards. Ross McPherson saw his tame 16-yard effort easily saved in 57 minutes as frustration grew for Beith. In 61 minutes it looked like game over, and McComsky played a defence-splitting pass to Burst, who rolled the ball home from 8 yards. Beith had an opening in 73 minutes when a Doherty shot from 16 yards was saved by the goalie. However, in 76 minutes it was 4-1 when Burst picked up a pass and rifled home from 12 yards. Another blow for Beith came 3 minutes later when a second penalty from McGlinchey was brilliantly saved by Fotheringham. And then that was really it. After that, the visitors held out to see out the game. Lochee saw beat Irvine Meadow in the previous round. I said then I thought they were a good side and I maintain that. I think whoever comes up against semi-final will have a handful with a very pacey strike force. Their defence will have to be on tops, where just unlike Beith today, which simply wasn't. But the best team won by this, no doubt about it. Best team won today into the semi-finals. So from Bellsdale Park, where the final score in the Scottish Junior Cup quarter-final tie was Beith 1, Lochee United 4. It's Stuart McConnell for Kicktalk.
And after the game, Stuart spoke to dejected Beith manager Johnny Miller.
As I say, best team won, no excuses.
What do you think went wrong, Willie? What do you think went wrong?
Don't know, try to get it out there, I don't know what went wrong, we just never turned up.
Disappointing, I suppose. But
Aye, that's it, disappointing.
So I guess regroup in the league now.
Regroup, try and regroup, see what's happening.
And so it's disappointment for Beith in the Scottish Cup, but delight for Larg-Sissel. And as for Troon, well, they've got to think again after a disappointing result for them today. Thanks for joining us.